Hello everyone, we're ready to begin. My name is Aurora Shweta. I manage project Maverick at LawSikho, and this webinar today is about reading comprehension for English. And Dhwani Gupta is with us. She's taken one reading comprehension session already with you. The idea of these webinars is to prepare you for CLAT and also other law entrance examinations. These are the tips which will help you in any reading comprehension for any section you might have. If you have any questions regarding what we're discussing today, please put it in the chat box. We would really like some feedback and some questions there, and hope to answer them all. Dhwani, over to you. Please take it forward from here.
Thank you, Shweta. Hello, everybody. My name is Dhwani Gupta. So in today's webinar, we are going to brush up our skills in reading comprehension, and that is idioms and phrases. So as Shweta told you in our last webinar, we discussed about some important tips which will help us to score better marks in reading comprehension passage. So today, before beginning the session, I want to just make you revise in a nutshell quickly those tips, and then we can proceed solving a comprehension. So the first tip is read the passage at a very comfortable speed. Do not speed read it. Do not try to memorize the passage. Always try to understand it. And while you're reading the passage, always try to find the important keywords so that you don't forget the passage. Improve your vocabulary. That is very important, because if you will know meaning of almost all the difficult words, there is no way you can get stuck in any part of the comprehension. Always focus on the opening and the closing paragraphs, because questions like what is the theme of the passage, what is the main idea of the passage, so all the answers to these questions are generally in the opening and the closing paragraphs. Always try to budget your time, because in an examination, when you're writing for CLAT or any other competitive exam, there is a whole paper to do. So just don't devote your time equally, so that you can concentrate on every section, every passage nicely. So now these were the tips. Now let's start reading the comprehension. I'm going to explain you the passage, read out the passage, and then please try to answer the questions. Okay, so let's start it. So this is taken from an excerpt from Seema Sonik Alimchand's biography on screen idol Rajendra Kumar, titled Jubilee Kumar. So during a brainstorming session involving the film Amon's creatives, Rajendra Kumar had come up with a suggestion. He said to the director, Mohan Kumar, let's try and get Bertrand Russell in the opening scene. The other man laughed at the very idea. You're joking, right? He said. Lord Russell is one of the greatest philosophers of our time and a famous member of Britain Anti-War Brigade. Look at his stature and look at us, just ordinary film industry people. How could we even dream of bridging the divide? So as we can all see, the passage is about a discussion is going on about a film, that is Amon. So the two creatives of the film, that is, one is Rajendra Kumar and the other is the director, Mohan Kumar, they are discussing. So Rajendra Kumar is suggesting the director that they can try and get Bertrand Russell to appear in the opening scene, of the movie. So to his suggestion, the director, Mohan Kumar, is saying, are you serious? Such a man of high value, reputation, a man which has had so much achievement in his life, why will he appear in our movie? We are just ordinary film industry people. He's such a great philosopher. He's a famous member of Britain Anti-War Brigade. Why will he appear in our film? We are just ordinary people. So the last line, as we can see, how could we even dream of bridging the divide? So bridging the divide here is a phrase which means that how can even we think that we can come close to such a great personality by overcoming all the differences. Then, true, Rajendra admitted, but he advocates nuclear disarmament. Our film Amon conveys the same message. No harm in asking him, is there? So the next day, the two men composed a letter and mailed it to Lord Russell. To their surprise, they received a reply from the philosopher's secretary 10 days later. Lord Russell, said the letter, has agreed to appear in the film's opening scene. However, because of his age, he is unable to travel to India. If you could be so kind as to come and meet him here, he will be glad to give you an hour of his time. So, Rajendra Kumar said that you are right. There is no good reason that he will come and appear in a film, but we can ask him. Like what is the message of the movie? He also supports nuclear disarmament. So nuclear disarmament is basically eliminating and reducing the use of nuclear weapons from the country. So he also supports the same thing, and our film is also conveying the same message. So it is a common thing. Maybe we can ask him for once, maybe he can agree. So the next day, the they composed a letter. They sent it to Lord Russell, and they were really surprised that they received a reply from Lord Russell's secretary. So the letter said that he agreed to appear in the film's opening scene. So that was a big shock, happiness to both of them, because it was something they hadn't expected. So one more thing was written in the letter, that because of his age, it will be difficult for him to travel to India. So Lord Russell called all the crew and cast of the film to meet him there. Elated by the news, Mohan Kumar, Rajendra Kumar and their crew left for England without delay and made their way to Padma Dog, earlier known as Portma Dog, the small coastal town in North Wales where Bertrand Russell lived. Lord Russell, receiving the Indian film star with great warmth and respect, and so enjoyed the meeting and the shoot that he worked on the scene for all of 4 hours instead of the allotted one. So they were very happy. As soon as they received the letter, they just rushed to England without any further delay. So they went to Porthma Dog. It is a small coastal town in North Wales. This is the place where Bertrand Russell used to live. So when the cast and crew of the film Amon reached there, Lord Russell welcomed them with his open heart, with great warmth and respect. So overall, the meeting went on very well. They had a great shoot. The Lord Russell not only shoot for 1 hour, but he shot for 4 hours. It was he was enjoying a lot. So they all had a great time. With the first schedule of the film completed successfully, the members of the crew were soon back to the bay and busy with preparations for their next shooting schedule in Japan, slated for early 1966. Amon released in May 1967. It was a very good film, but it didn't run. For the Indian audience, the film was far ahead of its time. It enjoyed success mostly in Iran, Lebanon, Egypt, and so on. Iranians would rush towards me, exclaiming, Ajay Kumar, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Aman, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. So after the shoot was complete, they went back to their places and they were making preparations. They were busy with the preparations for the next shooting schedule, which had to be held in Japan. So in 1967 May, Aman released. So it was a very good film, but in India it hasn't done very well, because the film was very futuristic. The Indian audience couldn't understand the meaning and the message conveyed in the movie, but the movie was a great hit in other parts of the country like Iran, Lebanon, Egypt, so on. So Iranians were huge fan of both of the director, and they loved the movie. They exclaimed, Ajay Kumar, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Aman, Ya Allah. It was such an honor for us to have Lord Bertrand Russell in our film. But the funny part was that the Indian audience neither knew who he was nor understood the value of his message and appearance. They thought, who knows where they picked up some old man and brought him here, said Rajendra Kumar. Amon is the only feature film that Lord Bertrand Russell appeared in. It was brilliant. So the movie received a lot of praise from other parts of the country. So it is the only Indian movie in which Lord Bertrand Russell appeared. But the most funny part was that the Indian audience didn't enjoy the movie because they didn't understood the message of the movie. Even they thought they were not able to recognize Lord Bertrand Russell. They thought that he is just an random old man. So, but Aman is the only movie in which Lord Bertrand Russell appeared. So it was very brilliant and very special. So now it's time for the questions. I would suggest you all, if you want, you can drop all the answers on the comment section and simultaneously we can check. And so let's discuss the questions. What did Mohan Kumar initially think of Rajendra Kumar's suggestion about Bertrand Russell? First, I'm going to read out all the options. Then we are going to work out that which could be the correct answer. The first option is, he thought Rajendra Kumar was joking since the film Amon had nothing in common with Bertrand Russell's ideas. Second, he thought it was a very good idea and a very achievable one since Rajendra Kumar was the most famous actor of the film industry at that time. He thought it was laughable since Bertrand Russell was one of the greatest philosophers of their time and he and Rajendra Kumar were just ordinary film industry people. Last, he thought it was laughable since nobody in India would recognize who Bertrand Russell was. So now, after reading all the options, let's start that which could be the correct answer. So let's read the first option. He thought Rajendra Kumar was joking since the film Amon had nothing in common with Bertrand Russell's ideas. So this is the wrong option because yes, they have in common the message of the film and Russell and Bertrand Russell always supported nuclear disarmament. So yes, this was the thing which was common. So this cannot be the correct answer. Second, he thought it was a very good idea and a very achievable one since Rajendra Kumar was the most famous actor of the film industry at that time. So anything related to this is not mentioned in the paragraph, so it cannot be the correct answer. Next, he thought it was laughable since Bertrand Russell was one of the greatest philosophers of their time and he and Rajendra Kumar were just ordinary film industry people. Yes, this is the correct answer because he thought that Bertrand Russell was such a great philosopher. Why will he appear in an Indian film? And they were just ordinary film industry people. So this is the correct answer. But we are going to read the last option also. He thought it was laughable since nobody in India would recognize who Bertrand Russell was. So for this option, this is something which we cannot tell beforehand. Abhi to movie release bhi nahi hui hai, so nothing like this was written in the starting. So it is the very initial stage. So this also cannot be the correct answer. Now, time for the second question. What reason did Rajendra Kumar give Mohan Kumar for why he thought Bertrand Russell may agree to work in the film Amon? So options. First, he argued that the message of nuclear disarmament was common to the film Amon and Bertrand Russell, and therefore Bertrand Russell may agree to work in the film. Second, he argued that Bertrand Russell was known to be a patron of arts and would therefore be agreeable to work in the film. Third, he argued that Bertrand Russell had a great love for India and would therefore agree to work in a film. Last, he said he would be able to charm Bertrand Russell into agreeing to work in the film if he if he only had a chance to meet him in person. So now let's work out which could be the correct answer. First is, he argued that the message of nuclear disarmament was common to the film Amon and Bertrand Russell, and therefore Bertrand Russell may agree to work in a film. So this is the correct answer, because yes, the message of the film and nuclear disarmament, this is something which even he supported, even Lord Russell supported a lot. So this could be the reason that why he will agree to appear in an Indian film. So yes, this is the correct answer. But still, we are going to read the other options also. He argued that Bertrand Russell was known to be a patron of arts and would therefore be agreeable to work in the film. So no such thing is written in the passage, so it cannot be the correct answer. He argued that Bertrand Russell had a great love for India and would therefore agree to work in a film. Again, nothing as such is mentioned in the paragraph. Fourth, he said he would be able to charm Bertrand Russell into agreeing to work in a film if he only had a chance to meet him in person. So this is also incorrect. So all of them are wrong. Only option A is correct. Next, why did Bertrand Russell request that the filmmakers come meet him rather than going to meet them? So what could be the correct answer? This is very easy. Because he because he disliked traveling to India, because he did not enjoy traveling, because he was very ill and infirm, because of his age. So correct answer is the last one, because of his age. It is written in the paragraph that he called the entire cast and crew of the film to his homeland. So the rest three options are not mentioned in the passage, so they are wrong. Answer D is correct. Based on the information set out in the passage above, which of the following is most likely to be true? So now we have to tell कि इन चारों statement में से सबसे ज़्यादा सही कौन सा statement हमें लगता है? First, Rajendra Kumar was much better actor than Mohan Kumar. Rajendra Kumar was more willing to try out seemingly audacious or impossible things in relation to the film than Mohan Kumar was. Rajendra Kumar was much more interested in philosophy and philosophers than Mohan Kumar was. Traveling to North Wales, where Bertrand Russell lived, was very difficult in those times. So now let's work out which is the correct answer. First is Rajendra Kumar was much better actor than Mohan Kumar. Nothing as such is written in the passage, so this is the wrong option. Second, Rajendra Kumar was more willing to try out seemingly audacious or impossible things in relation to the film than Mohan Kumar was. Yes, this is the correct answer, because he was the one who wanted to try something which is next to impossible. So to convince such a important personality, such a famous philosopher into getting into the film is like next to impossible. So this was such a brave step which was taken by Rajendra Kumar. So this is the correct answer. He was, yes, he had a futuristic approach. He had that audacity to ask Lord Russell to appear in his film. So this is the correct answer. But we are going to read the other two options also. Rajendra Kumar was much more interested in philosophy and philosophers than Mohan Kumar was. So nothing as such is written in the paragraph. Traveling to North Wales, where Bertrand Russell lived, was very difficult in those times. So this is also incorrect, because as soon as they received the letter that Lord Russell wanted to meet them, they just rushed there. So nothing as such is written in the paragraph that it was very difficult for them to travel. So this is also wrong. So the correct answer is B. Next. What was the Indian audience reaction to Bertrand Russell's appearance in the film Amon? So अब ये पूछ रहे हैं कि Indian audience का क्या reaction था Bertrand Russell की appearance पे? First, they thought he was poor actor and that he should have rehearsed more. Second, they deeply valued his message and thought it was a great feat to have convinced him to appear in the film. Third, they thought that Bertrand Russell was someone who was famous in Iran, Lebanon, and Egypt. Last, They did not know who he was, nor they appreciate the meaning or value of his message. So the first option, he was a poor actor and he should have rehearsed more. Nothing is written in the paragraph. So this is the wrong. We are going to eliminate it. Second, they deeply valued his message and thought it was great feat to have convinced him to appear in the film. This is wrong. They didn't get the message, so how can they value the message? So this is wrong. Third, they thought that Bertrand Russell was someone who was famous in Iran, Lebanon, Egypt. So in the first place, the audience was not able to recognize Bertrand Russell itself. So this is also wrong. But yes, fourth option, they did not know who he was, nor did they appreciate the meaning or value of his message. So this is correct because they were not, the Indian audience was not able to recognize Lord Russell, and therefore they also didn't got the meaning of the message. They were not able to get or appreciate the meaning of the movie. What is the meaning of the word advocate as used in the passage above? So there is one line written that Lord Russell advocated nuclear disarmament. So the passage is asking what does it mean in context to the passage. So when I explained the passage, I told the meaning. So it's very easy. First, someone who drafts legal documents on behalf of others. No, wrong. Second, someone who argues legal matters on behalf of others. Wrong. To publicly recommend or support. Yes, he supported nuclear disarmament. This is the correct option. Fourth, to publicly derogate or criticize. So this is also wrong. The correct answer is C, to support or to publicly is the meaning of advocate in this passage. Now, the next question is, according to Rajendra Kumar, why did the film Amon do not do well in India? तो राजेंद्र कुमार के अकॉर्डिंग फिल्म अमन ने इंडिया में वो क्यों नहीं चली, इंडिया में क्यों नहीं अच्छा हो पाया? Because Mohan Kumar did not direct it well. No, this is wrong. Any such thing is not written in the passage. Second, because Bertrand Russell was old and did not attract audiences. ये भी बिल्कुल गलत है, because अगर age से ऑडियंस को अट्रैक्ट करने की बात होती है या किसी फिल्म के हिट होने की बात होती है, तो आज अमिताभ बच्चन की हर मूवी सुपर हिट नहीं होती. So this is wrong, obviously, because parts of the film were in English. No, wrong. Fourth, because the film was too innovative and radical for its time. Yes, this is the correct answer, because as we can see, as we can relate, there is a line in the passage that the movie is to मतलब ये बहुत ही futuristic movie थी. It is way ahead of its time. So इस वजह से वो नहीं चली, क्योंकि इंडियन लोगों को उसका समझ ही नहीं आया, उसका मीनिंग ही नहीं समझ आया. They weren't able to relate anything. So that was the reason कि जो फिल्म थी वो इंडिया में अच्छे से नहीं रन करा. So now this is a grammar based question. The sentence enclosed within a clause has one word that appears in a form that is grammatically incorrect in the context of that sentence. What is the word that appears in an incorrect form, and what would be its appropriate form in the context of the sentence? So I am going to read out. इसमें एक passage में एक word, एक पूरा line है जो कि grammatically incorrect है. तो first of all we have to find that line and then we have to correct it. I'm going to read out the options. Then हम लोग फिर मैं वापस से उस part पे हम जाएंगे. A, receiving नहीं होना चाहिए, received होना चाहिए. Worked नहीं, works होना चाहिए. Enjoyed नहीं, enjoying होना चाहिए. या respect नहीं, respected होना चाहिए. So let's get back to the passage. Let's see. Yes. ये है Lord Russell receiving the Indian film star with great warmth. So this is something which is already been done. हो चुका है कोई चीज, तो ये continuous में कैसे आ सकती है? ये तो past tense में होनी चाहिए. Lord Russell received the Indian film star with great warmth and respect, and so enjoyed the meeting and the shoot that he worked on the scene for all of 4 hours instead of the allotted one. So this is the error. It should be received, because the entire paragraph is in past tense, so it should be received. So these were the questions. I hope सारे questions सही हो, सारे answers अच्छे से समझ में आ गए हो. Now it's time for discussing the next topic, that is idioms and phrases. So this is also a very important topic. हम last year के exams में देखें तो idioms and phrases के 2-3 questions generally आते ही हैं. In fact, अगर separately there is no question, so in between the comprehension there is something, there will be some phrase or some idiom. अब जो पैटर्न हो गया है 2020 क्लैट का, सो देयर सारे कॉम्प्रिहेंशंस होंगे, तो उसमें भी इट्स नॉट दैट कि नाउ ग्रामर वोंट बी देयर, सो दे विल आस्क द मीनिंग्स. लाइक अभी पहले पैसेज में दे वर आस्किंग मीनिंग ऑफ एडवोकेट, सो लाइक दैट दे कैन आस्क द मीनिंग ऑफ एनी इडियम और एनी फ्रेज. So this is also very important. All this is basically idioms and phrases are a part of vocabulary. तो जितना अच्छे से हमें idioms और phrases की knowledge होगी, it will be better for us to crack any type of competitive exam, be it CLAT or be it any other competitive exam. So basically वैसे देखे जाए तो there are more than 25,000 idioms and phrases. So to discuss in one session, it is very difficult. So, but abhi hamara for this session, we are going to discuss some very commonly used phrases, जो कि आप लोगों ने I'm sure कई बार सुने होंगे. So we are just going to revise them and we are going to start with the easy ones. फिर हमारे आगे के sessions में we can increase the difficulty part and learn more about this topic. So basically in this session, I'm going to tell you the meaning of the phrase along with the sentences. Sentences इसलिए बता रहे हैं क्योंकि I feel like कि it is easy to memorize by sentence. Basically, it helps in long run. So let's start it. So the first word is backed up. So basically, all of them are verbs which are being followed by prepositions. कभी-कभी इस तरह के words fill in the blanks में भी आ सकते हैं, जिसमें there will be a preposition आपको fill करना होगा. So you need to know the meanings of these phrases जिससे कि आप सही तरह से उसे answer कर पाएं. So let's start. The first word is backed up. Backed up means supported. किसी को support करना. Sentence: her children always backed her up. Her children always supported her. Next, blow over means pass off. Sentence: every problem will soon pass off. Means every problem will soon come to an end. Anything. Hopes upon means rely upon. Sentence: you must not build your hopes upon his promise. So you must not rely upon his promise. You should not just depend on him. Show him up means expose him, to expose somebody. Sentence: I threatened to show him up. I threatened to expose him. The next word is fixed upon. Fixed upon is choose. किसी को एक बिल्कुल choose कर लेना, चुन लेना. Sentence: the best architect was fixed upon to build their house. तो जो सबसे अच्छा architect था was chosen to build their house. Eaten away. Eaten away means corroded, destroyed, distracted, anything. Sentence: rust has eaten away or destroyed the plate. Okay. Next word is dispose of. Dispose of means sell. बेचना किसी चीज को. Sentence: he is ready to dispose of his property to meet the debts. He is ready to sell his property so that he can pay his debtors. Next is hear out. Means listen till the end. End तक कोई चीज सुनना. Sentence: please hear out the speech of the Prime Minister. Then longed for. Longed for meaning desired. Something you wanted for a long time, something which you have desired for. Sentence: after a hectic weekday, she longed for a weekend. She desired for a weekend. She wanted a weekend. So that is longed for. 10th, shake off means get rid of. Sentence: he stamped his feet to shake off the snow from his shoes. So he stamped his feet to get rid of the snow from his shoes. Cleared up. Cleared up meaning explained. अच्छे से कोई चीज समझाना. Sentence: I thought It would clear up in the afternoon. I thought it would be explained in the afternoon. Growing upon means having stronger hold over. Sentence, a feeling of distrust grew on me, means a feeling of distrust is growing, is getting stronger. तो मतलब कोई चीज जो कि बहुत डे बाय डे इज गेटिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड ओवर यू एंड आपको बहुत इन्फ्लुएंस कर रही है, सो दैट फीलिंग ऑफ distrust is growing stronger on me. Stave off means prevent. Sentence, she brought some fruit on the journey to stave off hunger. So she brought some fruit on the journey to prevent hunger, so that she could eat something in the journey. So now these are some verbs which can be used in a lot of ways and followed by different prepositions, and they have different meanings. So this is bear. So bear can be followed by a lot of prepositions, and they will have different meanings. So let's see what are they saying. First word is bear up, means to keep up the spirit. So to maintain confidence, to remain calm. Sentence, in his misfortune, God gave him strength to bear up. So his time of difficulty, God gave him strength to maintain, to keep up his spirit. Second, bore away. Bore away means one, कोई चीज जीतना. Sentence, Sahil bore away many prizes in the dance competition. So Sahil won many prizes in the dance competition. Third, bear down, crush. Sentence, the new leader has been able to bear down all the opposition. The new leader has been able to crush. उसने सारी opposition को बहुत easily हरा दिया. Fourth is bears out, means confirms. When you are confirming something. Sentence, the test result confirms our claims. Bear out our claims. So the next verb is break, which is being used by a lot of prepositions. So first is broke down. Broke down means when something gets collapsed. Sentence, his car broke down yesterday. Broke off, meaning stopped suddenly. Sentence, he broke off in the middle of the story. He suddenly stopped in the middle of the story. Break with, quarrel, when you're fighting, when you are arguing with somebody. I gave him no cause to break with me. I gave him no cause to quarrel with me. Broke into, entered by force. Generally जब चोर आ जाते हैं तो generally इस तरह की चीजों में कोई when forcefully somebody enters your house, so we use the phrase broke into. Sentence, the burglars broke into the house. So the thieves, the burglars broke into the, entered by force in the house. So the next verb is bring. Brought up means reared. जब आप बड़ा करते हो किसी को तो उसे बोलते हैं reared. Sentence, she brought up the orphan girl as her own child. So she reared up the orphan girl as her own child. Brought out means published, when something is getting published. Sentence, the writer brought out his new edition today. So the writer published his new edition today. Bring out means you're showing something, you're bringing out your talent, or you're bringing out something to show. Sentence, our teacher tells us a story to bring out the meaning of the lesson, to show us the meaning of the lesson. Bring in, yield means something you is producing, providing. The soil should bring in good crops. So the soil should provide good crops. So these were some idioms and phrases for the day. In the next session, we'll come up with more idioms and phrases which will help you to solve any type of questions in CLAT and other competitive exams. So that's all for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dhwani. It was very helpful. I'm sure anybody who's attended would remember these if it comes in the CLAT exam, in the final paper. Any questions you might have, please put it out there in the chat. And if you want to cover any specific topics in English, that too is welcome. I mean, if you really want us to cover a particular topic, feel free to put that also in the chat box. It will be very helpful for us when we're designing a course for you, considering that we left with an 5 by 5, perfect. Thank you. That's a very nice feedback. I will just quickly have a look on YouTube as well, Dhwani,
Okay.
and then we can wrap this. So we'll have the next English session next week. We'll probably complete idioms and phrases because there were plenty of those to discuss. We're still deciding on the topic. Okay, no questions on the YouTube. So far, so good. Thank you, Dhwani, for joining us today, taking the time and effort, and see you soon next time.
Thank you very much. I had a great time. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Okay.